Welcome to Altcoin Buzz Trading, the best 5 minutes of your day. The market is okay, not amazing. Welcome to the show. Um, Same coins as yesterday, oddly enough. So market is kind of figuring out what it wants to do, and that's very random things, even though we have stable coins today. Um, let's get right into it. We got BTC. BTC here looking to perk up just a little bit, just going solid green on this little 2 hour bar. Doing pretty good here. We're still not broken out yet. Yesterday ended out with a bit of a wick, and we did close below. Let me get my chart here. We did close below the alert of 69,272, but we're not really backing away too far from it. This is a nice kind of concise flag pattern. Not super concise. We did come down here fairly dramatically, but able to stabilize out, holding that as support. Now we're trying to rally through a small little trend line break right here. And let's see if it's going to prove out to be a pretty good day, or at least the start of a good sequence. Okay, and that could be a number of days. I usually look for the daily chart for most of my signals, but I like to infer on the 2 hour how strong that move is going to be, or what it looks like is coming in, either way. And so a little bit of weakness yesterday, but not that much considering where we are in the chart. I mentioned we don't have to have all the volume down here. Your traditional buy points are here and here. And so from there, we're looking pretty good to start to curl up. We want to start to get higher lows, and then we get a higher high here that gives some confidence in. And here's a higher low, and then we can start to think about higher prices. I was hoping it'd work a little bit faster, but whatever. I cook ribs for like 5 hours, pork butts for 20. I like my stuff low and slow. Okay, let's be real here. But BTC is looking pretty good. Volume picking up here over the past 24 plus hours, which I do like this action. I think this is healthy. I think that if we can maintain some thicker volume and prices stable, that leads to more bullish action. So let's hope we continue to get that. All right, next up is Solana. We're on breakout watch for Solana. I've got a lowered alert here of 167.97, which is above the high before this high that we've been forming in the past 24 hours. So I'm kind of liking this action. Our volume is dropping off tremendously. Looks like we could use some more time with low volume, but the market's going to do what the market's going to do. We don't have any choice in the matter. So we just make our signals and live with the results. But this is a great formation from Solana. The only flaw that I will say is there's not a lot of volume here. There's some, but really not a lot. VA tool doesn't show us anything spectacular. A couple of pocket pivots, but they're not major pocket pivots. We don't really have above average volume except for this one candle. I would argue is the only flaw in this base, and it could be big enough so this doesn't break out huge, but it's crypto. We shall see. But either way, I don't think you discount it. It's what you have to work with, and you really can't beg and choose. But if you are begging and choosing, you probably already bought BNB. BNB here with a much more concise pattern and extending up further today after yesterday getting up towards this high level here. Volume yesterday looking good, almost double average volume. So that's really good. And starting to move up. We got another new recent high here. Here's all-time highs right up there towards the 692. And we're looking pretty good up here. Um, yeah, a little hard to buy now. You're within 3% of that 631, so that's not bad. You could buy that. Your stop would have to be uh, probably under here though, about 5% lower. You got to give that under the 618, and that I think would be an okay stop right there. Tiny cup and handle right there, leading to a breakout. Volume's already a little bit lower, but that's not the end of the world. This one had some selling pressure in it. This one a little bit less selling pressure. So I'm really not mad at what Binance Coin is doing here. It's looking good. If we could have a day today that's over yesterday's volume and we close towards the top of the range today, that would be an amazing close here for Binance Coin. All right, next up is Not, which is continuing to look good. Consolidation yesterday, turning into a cup and handle today. And this could get going if you want to take it. Take it to 26642. 26642. And we're above the trend line, so things are looking pretty good for this name. Very small consolidation, but in a coin that's moving like this, that's enough. I think on my chart, look, this is up 223% in the past 7 days, so you don't want to sleep on coins like this. Again, take good signals, have nice tight stops, and you'll end up with good results. And then Kaspa, we talked about that yesterday, and leading it into its one of the top Actually, the top coin in the top 50, not as number 57. It's just moving so much. I highlighted it, but Kaspa up here, able to really rally up off of that small signal and huge volume stepping in, getting up here towards recent highs very quickly. So there's a bit of a head and shoulders component to this, but if we can come up here and have some nice action, this could turn into maybe a nicer cup and handle than we saw with Solana. So we'll see about that. But Kaspa looking really good. Can't buy it up here, especially with what it's doing right now. You're in the middle of a choppy base. We'll see what this turns into, but right now it's really not actionable. So that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Market's looking good. BTC, if BTC can perk up, it'd be great if this were to close today up over 1 or 2%. I think that would be great. Stay towards the top of the range. Volume today, though, already fairly low. Yesterday's volume was much heavier, as you can see. We do need some more volume to keep this rally alive. Doesn't have to come in today, but it's got to come in soon. And I think that's really what we're looking at, is to keep this rally alive, and that's going to be difficult if we can't get volume. We need some volume, otherwise we run the risk of rolling over. So got to keep those stops tight, and you got to keep your risk manageable. Otherwise, we could get steamrolled if this thing doesn't work out. Because the major flaw right now is that we're not in a broad market rally. In other words, we only have a few pointed coins that are actually running. The rest of them look really lazy, and that could turn into a problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.